Today we're cruising on the high-speed ferry. We are approaching Freedom Island yet again. We're actually heading on over to build our new weekend camping mansion. That's right, we enjoyed our 4th of July camping trip so much, we're coming back to build a house on the island, and we're going to visit it every weekend throughout the summer. So it's going to be pretty awesome. We've got the 450 here. We're just going to have a nice work truck with us today, and as soon as we make off the barge here, we're going to go find a nice piece of property over the ridge, maybe overlooking the ocean side to build this ultimate property on, and then we're heading back into town because we need to customize some vehicles for this place. We need to have more boats, more trucks, more supercars maybe. It's going to get pretty insane, so make sure to hit the thumbs up button down below and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. All right, lift gates up, boys. Let's roll. Here we go. Welcome to Freedom Island. All right, so if you guys can see, the sun sets on the other side, the sun rises on the east side of us here. So we're going to go up where the sun sets. We want to have a nice view overlooking the ocean, the nice sunset. I think we've got a good piece of land because I did see it last time we were here. So we'll go look over there, see if it looks nice, if it's flat enough to build a house. If it's not, then we'll have to move on to the next one. But we did a little camping right up here on the hilltop. Don't really love this location because you can't see much of the water. So we need to go near the water, wherever that's at. Pretty sure up this road, and then we can start building construction of this new house. It's pretty cool. Very nice exterior. It's a 5,000 square foot house, so not too big, not too small. We'll be able to keep everything there. No problem. But all right, I think we're getting pretty close. It might be up on the left side here. Yep, I think this might be the spot. As you guys can see, there's a little like factory down there, and there's also some fishing boats, so it's pretty cool. We're gonna knock out a few of the trees right here, and then we're also gonna keep some of the trees in the background. So the background setting will have all those big trees right there, but you know, for the basic ones, we'll remove, flatten out the ground, and the house will be somewhere where the truck's at. So all right, we're gonna go ahead and import a T-Rex 600 and get to work. And here it is, the Lizard T-Rex. Okay, boys, let's fire this thing up. We don't have much time to waste. We are on a limited time schedule, so oh my gosh, I don't think this thing wants to wait anymore either. Okay, we're gonna go ahead, take out these smaller trees real quick. They're a little bit of an instant removal process, so that makes it nice. There's 3 for 3, and then we're gonna try and open up the space a little bit so we can build in a driveway. So I think we might have to take some of the larger ones out right there, but for now we'll just get as much as we can in the front portion so we can be close to the water side. Okay, this one's a little bigger. All right, looks good. That was easy. All right, here we go, boys. These are the ones in the back. So as long as we can get maybe these two right here, we'll be good to go and building this new driveway. So, oh no, we got to get the stump. Okay, there we go. Last one, boys, and then we can build this place. There it is. All right, we're going to leave it over to the side just in case, but hold on. We need to find where we're going to build the driveway. I think right here. So we're going to take this tree and then the one right up here. So the driveway will be kind of where we're driving right now, right up until here. Let's take that one out. Goodbye. All right, that thing worked great. So we're going to get to work now. You guys can see there's the truck. Let's jump into construction mode and place this thing down. All right, I think I'm going to start with the driveway and then flattening out the land. So let's go over here. We're going to go ahead and do our sculpting tool. You guys usually know how this works, but this has to be pretty much level or we're not going to be able to, place this thing down. And I want it level with the water too. So we're going to bring it up just a little bit. The elevation of the land kind of right till here. There's a couple of stumps we forgot to remove, but that's all right. We're just going to go up until this point. We'll do rock wall kind of right by there, and then let's go ahead, connect it all up with this road area. All right, there we go. We actually raised up the ground a pretty good bit, but this is where the house is going to be set on the land, and then the driveway. Let's connect that up. So what we do is we go to our hillside tool, and then we kind of just, I don't know, we sculpt it almost. Ready? Watch this out. Just like this, and then it goes level with the road. So we obviously have a little bit of work to do, but it did the majority of the tough work, the construction. So let's just go ahead, extend it to the right side a little bit, right up through here. And there we go. So now we can build in our rock wall and then finally place the house down. So we got a rock texture right here. We're going to go around this entire place before we do the concrete, and it just goes around the edge. You guys kind of know how it works. Just right up until this point, we're actually going to need it right here. This is just a lot of a rock texture area, not much more than that. We might place some water down. It'd be cool to have a little pond right there, but for now, we're going to place a rock to start, and maybe we'll get fancy with the waterfall or the pond. But all right, now we're going to move on to the concrete. We want to match the road, so just like this. Keep it simple, keep it clean, and then right to the sides here. All right, look at that. This is looking pretty good. So you guys kind of get the idea now. We got the driveway, got the land flattened out. Let's get the house. All right, so here it is. It's actually a pretty good sized house. So as you can see, we've got garages on the left side. That works out good because I can angle the house towards the sunset. So we're going to place it down right about here. Ready? 3, 2, 1, place it. It did mess up a little bit of the land, but that's fine. We're going to go and kind of fix it in. We got the back area right here looking towards the road and then the forest, and then here's the front. So that looks great. I'm not sure if we could have done a better job. I mean, this is placed perfectly, and then the land is the correct amount of space. So let's just kind of connect this up. up. There we go. Smooth it out. And then now I like to add in a little feature. Let's switch it over to the hedges. So we kind of go around the whole property with a little bit of a border. So we're going to go all the way to the front yard, and then we're going to stop right about there. So that looks good. And then right here, same thing. We're going to go like this all the way up to the top of the driveway. That looks pretty cool. I kind of like how that turned out. And then this one, we're going to do the same thing just along the border of the rock. And it's kind of like a zigzag pattern. So that's cool too. I've never really done that, and then we connected it up just to the side of the house. So that looks great. I don't think we can get any more crazier than that. Let's take the truck. We're going to drive and test it out, and then we can switch it over to customizing some vehicles, doing some more details, and we can check out the house a little bit. All right, boys, here we go. The grand driveway. It actually looks pretty cool. I do like having a little bit of the offset of the bushes. You can see their zigzag pattern. I don't mind it. I think we might add some trees or something to kind of fit it together, but yeah, it looks good overall. I think the best part is the view. Wait a minute. There we go. We fixed up the front lawn, so that looks a little bit better. And then there's the water down there, so that looks pretty good. Here is the front of the house. Looks nice. We got some tile and stone kind of mixed in. This looks great. And then what do we got up here? Oh, okay, nice seating area. Here's the front of the house. We can't go inside until the interior is furnished, so we're gonna have to stay outside for now. I do like how this kind of has got a little bit of an area for mulch, and we can do some plants. You know what? We were talking about doing the details. Let's just do them ourselves. Okay, here we go. We can place these plants down on the side. We have to be careful though, because we don't want to get it into the driveway. So let's connect it back up. Maybe we do some smaller ones. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then what can we do in the front? We can do some more small ones, something like that. That looks pretty cool. And then let's do one more. We can do a little grass texture and then right through there. So it's kind of like a little bit of a front lawn. That looks a lot better. Okay, so 4129. Don't send anything to this address. And then we've got the garage here, 2-car garage. Nothing fancy in there, but I think we're ready to switch over to the vehicles, guys. We get our truck. We are going to pick up 2 new vehicles. So not a ton of new stuff, but we're picking up a new boat, and then we're also going to pick up a new car of some sort. So let's jump into the shop, customize them, and then we'll have to go back to the mainland, pick it up with the truck, because it is a boat on a trailer. All right, guys, here it is, the new Yellowfin 26. So this thing's got some crazy power on it, but it is cool because I don't think you guys have seen this before. This is a new boat we just added, but it's got a nice color package we can add. We can do blue, or you can just go like this. This is the classic Yellowfin color, just the white on white, but I kind of like the black hull. That looks kind of cool, a little different than the ones we've been doing with the blue. The tuna top color, you can change that there, but I like it just base. Main motor color, we can do crazy on that. We can also do something like that. We do a white motor with the logos in black. That looks kind of cool. I think we're gonna go with this. And then the seat color is the final option. We're gonna go black. So it's kind of just a basic color. Interior leather color, we can do, oh, okay, hold on, this is cool. I think we need to do a touch of color. So we're gonna do this blue. This is a Bahama blue. So all right, everything looks good. We're gonna buy this thing 150 grand. Dang, man. All right, let's go grab the trailer. We got the Coastline triple axle for this thing. It's a little bit larger for the boat, but we only have this thing to use where it'll work. So we're gonna grab this. This should be able to tow it all the way to the island. And then we're gonna go grab one more vehicle, and it's going to be a Ford Bronco Raptor. That's right, boys. We need an island cruiser. We've already got our diesel truck. Now we need to have something fun to cruise down to the marina, and I think this thing should be good. We can upgrade it to a beast mode too. That makes it a lot more fun because it's 1,000 horsepower. We can upgrade the wheels too. I kind of don't mind the fuel rims, but guys, I mean, the stock ones look cool too. Here are the stock ones. If we change the tire on it, keep the stock rim, we do some BF Goodrich, that looks pretty cool. I don't know if I want to do the fuels, but I don't know. I think the electric ones would be cool, so we'll add that. And they're a little bit more expensive, $600 upgrade. And then we got the off-road bumper. Yep, we're gonna do that. Cooler, what do we got a cooler at? Is it in the back? Oh yeah, there's a cooler in the back. We're gonna have to check that out. I think it's a Yeti, but all right, we'll have to see. Attachments, we're gonna add a trailer hitch just so we can actually tow the boat back. You know what? Then we don't need to bring the truck across mainland. We'll just get a ride to mainland and we can bring this thing back. So now I'm gonna do is a blue color because Ford blue, baby. And this thing looks good with the red tow hook in the front. I think we're ready. Let's buy this thing. So we just spent 200 grand. Let's go pick up the new setup. All right, we have arrived, boys. Check this thing out. This blue on the Bronco looks insane. We also found out we have blue Ford badges. That looks pretty cool. And then we also got the daytime running lights, turn signals, and orange, of course. And then there's the front, there's the secondary, and we've also got a light bar. Look at this thing. Oh my gosh, this is gonna light up the trails pretty good, I would say. But we've got the boat all ready to go here. The only thing we need to do is a little bit of a check. Oh, all right. I guess the Bronco's gonna squat a little bit, but we should make it back. So I said the trailer's a little large. This thing is built for a 39 contender, so yeah, it's not really built for 26 Yellowfin, but it's all right. We got it strapped down. It shouldn't fall off the back as long as we go slow. So we're not going too far. We should be all right. But check this thing out. We've actually got the little gap tower here, so you can drive from up top, and then you stand on the dash of the lower station, they they call it. So that's pretty nice seating area. A little front area. We got a fish box. What else? Anchor box. Okay. Speakers. Look at the speakers. We got JLs on this thing. JL audio system. And then the Mercs are back there with lots of power. So I think we're going to take this thing on the water today. We're going to first get across to the island, and then there should be a boat ramp over there. So I'll meet you guys when we're arriving back at Freedom Island. And then, yeah, we'll go find a place to launch this thing, and we'll go ahead and take it for a little spin. All right, we've arrived at the ferry dock. It should be here in 2 minutes. This thing is a high-speed ferry, like you guys know. We did raise up the motors a bit because we are going fast, I forgot, on this ferry. So we raised them up just in case, you know, the thing slides back a little bit, so it'll not damage the motors. It should sit pretty good too. I was thinking of maybe strapping it down from the front cleat, but it'll hold up good. We're just waiting for the ferry. I think I can actually see it. There it is. Look at that thing fly. Oh my gosh. Now I know what it looks like when we're flying with a 53-foot boat. I mean, it must look insane. Oh my gosh, this thing is just cruising into port. All right, boys, let's get back in the Bronco. They're going to want us to load up quick. Interior is pretty clean on this thing too. Oh, we can feel the squat in this Bronco, man. It is not built for towing. It's probably the suspension though. We do have the upgraded suspension because we get the 40-inch wheels, so it definitely makes a difference in that aspect of things. Hold on, there's lights on the top. Okay, they don't do anything, but you guys can see there's lights on the top roof rack bar. That's pretty cool. All right, we're loading up, boys. Here we go. Let's get over to the Freedom Island, and then we're going to go straight to the boat ramp and launch this thing because I want to take it for a spin. It's a new boat. We got to go test it out, see how it works up against the other brands we've got. Oh yeah, boys. Now I know why we chose the Bronco. Look at this thing go. Oh gosh. Maybe let's not do that. The boat almost flew off, but we are close to the boat ramp. We're taking a right-hand turn here, and then we can launch this thing officially. But yeah, I do love towing with this Bronco, man. It is nice. I can't stop talking about it, but all right, the boat ramp's just up here to the left. We'll get the boat engines down, get it fired up, and then we should have our dock still here. The 53 got pulled out of the water, but yeah, we still got the little dock, so that works out good. Let's back this thing in and see how it does. Here we go, boys. Straight back into the water. Okay, we're actually going to unstrap it real quick. That way, before we get into the water. There we go. First strap, and then the back one. Looks good. Okay, let's go straight into the water, see how this thing does. It is a larger trailer, so we do have to go a little bit further back, and then right about there should be good. This thing's about to float away. Hold on. There we go. Jump on here. Jump onto the boat. All right, it's got us up on the gap tower. Let's go ahead and start this thing up. Oh, motors need to go in the water. There we go. Lower them down. All right, let's back this thing off, boys. Just like that. Man, you can't even hear these Mercuries. They're so quiet. These are the new 4-strokes, or newer. I think these are the last generation, but they're the Verados, so they're basically silent, and they're fast. Oh, look at this. You can see me up there. Okay, that's a funny view. If your passengers sitting here, they get to look at you. All right. Okay, so, whoa, this thing turns pretty good. It's a little bay boat, so what that thing is used for is mainly fishing. As you guys can see, it's got a little bit lower gunnels right here, so that way you can kind of cast out, reel in your fish very easily, versus if it was, I guess, taller up. It's harder to get the fish in the boat, but we got plenty of space to cast out a fishing line. I would primarily say this is going to be more for fishing, but it is a yellowfin, so that's what they're known for. Oh yeah, guys, this thing cruises along pretty good. We got some new vehicles, boat, we got a new Bronco we can go off-roading, maybe do some mudding with. Guys, that concludes episode 1 at the Weekend Mansion. If you guys want to see us come back for episode 2 and maybe do some off-roading, hit the thumbs up button down below. And hey, look at this. I found the 4th of July setup. Maybe we'll use this stuff again. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.